Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're halfway through January already, January 14th. It's a snowy, blustery day here in downtown Willoughby. Freezing cold. Can't wait to get into some sunshine next month, knock on wood. Today, I met with lunch with a young woman who is thinking about going to law school and is interested in some of the areas that I work in. So she had emailed me, asked me to lunch if she could pick my brain. So I met with her, and actually talking to her made me realize how little I actually remember about law school and that whole process, applying and taking the LSAT, which is the entrance test for law school. I don't know if I blocked it from my brain or it's just so long ago that I can't remember it, but it was kind of embarrassing. I couldn't really remember much of anything about that time. But one story I did remember, she was asking me about particular classes during law school, and law school is very stressful and different than other kinds of school. At least when I was there, it might be changed now. Your whole grade is based on one test at the end of the semester, and you have no idea really how you're doing until you get your results back from that test, which is like weeks later after the test, if I'm remembering correctly. So we had this one professor who was very old at the time, terrifying guy, for contracts class, which is one of the classes you have to take your first your first year of law school. And he literally would sit there in class, you had readings to do, and he would call on people at random. And if they didn't know the answer or didn't seem prepared, he literally kicked a couple kids out of class. It was so nerve-wracking. And getting close to the final exam, he said, my advice to all you, my advice to you guys on this final is just to pray, because you're going to need it. So I'm sitting there like the day before the test. I can't remember if it was my first law school exam or whatever, but I remember I was so stressed out, like so anxious about this test, studying. And it was like after dinner, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take him at his advice. So I put down my book. This is literally a true story. I put down my books. I went to 7:00 weeknight church at my church, St. Felicitas. And I went to Mass. And you know what? I felt a lot better. It calmed me down. I didn't study again when I got home. I said, you know what? At that point, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be a lawyer. I guess 17 years in, it's too late to change now. But I was like, all this stress for something you don't even know if you want, just relax and put it in the hands of a higher power. So I literally went to church the night before. Fast forward to a couple months later, when we get our test results, turns out I got the only A in the class. And the professor, apparently I hadn't impressed him with my prowess when he was asking questions, called me into his office and said, I got to know, how'd you get this A? What'd you do? And I said, I literally went to church. I took your advice. I went to church. And he just cracked up. He's like, you can't be serious. I said, I went to church and I prayed and I relaxed and I apparently thought clearly. So I thought that might be a good story to share about the value of, I'm Catholic, obviously. You don't have to be Catholic, but the value of taking a second to go to a calm, quiet place when you're feeling stressed out and the impact that can have. So that was literally the only story I could even probably remember from law school to share with her. But appreciate somebody reaching out and being able to share a little bit of my experience with somebody. Hope everybody's having a great week, and I will talk to you later.